So today I'm back on my mobile workshop build, and now that the doors are all rebuilt and put back together, I am going to finish sealing up this trailer, and that means putting an actual floor in. Ah, man, that's heavier than a standard 4x8 piece of plywood. So what I'm using is 3/4 inch pressure treated plywood. Before, what they were using was just non-treated, just regular 3/4 inch plywood, and the underside painted black. I just want this to last a little bit longer, so I don't have to rip out all my cabinetry and all of that any sooner than I have to. I think that's all I got to say. I just received my awning that will mount out here on the exterior. What's really nice about this awning is not only will it fold out, but it's a 270-degree awning, so it'll also wrap around this back side whenever it's fully folded out. So it'll give me lots of room to work underneath, being protected from the rain and whatnot, obviously. But I'm going to have some difficulties with mounting this because the brackets that came with it, they're meant for a flat roof style, meant for the top of like an actual truck or SUV, and this roof has a little bit of a pitch to it, so I'm going to have to design my own bracket. But on top of that, I ran into an issue with the actuators up top and the weight with the pitch of everything, so I'm going to have to also support these solar panels. So a little bit to figure out, but I am excited to get this awning up here and get it all folded out and see how it looks. So my brackets are all installed on top of the roof, and now it's time to test out whether or not this solar array fully extends out. And my issue is that it might be too low for the actuators to actually extend out. They might actually want to just, I don't even know. It might want to break the actuator itself just because the angle of everything. So I don't really know what to expect. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to make taller mounting brackets, and that way it'll put the solar panels at more of a pitch. The reason why I want it as low as possible is just for transportation and obviously parking it under an overhang.
Geez, so no pressure. This is the moment of truth.
And even if it works now, it may not work whenever we put the solar panels on, because that's an extra like 200 pounds or so.
Oh goodness, okay. So what does that mean? Is it time for the wheels?
Yeah. Install the wheels and roll this thing out of here and see if it works. It's nice having these jacks on here. It makes tire changes very simple.
You guys, the trailer is about to go on its first ever journey. And that's it.
I don't have to extend it all the way out because the hard part's already done. thing I was worried about the most was going from flat to lifting it up.
Right.
So it seemed like it had no issue whatsoever lifting it up. So that sounds promising, but we won't know until we got 200 pounds of solar panels on there. And judging by how easily it lifted it up, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
I can't even imagine how satisfying that will be the first time that you get to like extend the panels and the sun is shining on them and everything actually starts charging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The awning, yeah, everything.
It's looking really good so far.
Mm-hmm. And I think it looks good with the white.
Yeah, I do too.
At first I was like, oh, we definitely need to wrap it just because it didn't look great, but it also wasn't like pressure washed or anything yet. So now that it's all cleaned up and it's starting to come together, I kind of like the white. I mean, in an ideal world, you would get to wrap it, but we are kind of on a time crunch too.
Yeah, a bit of a time crunch. All right, well, we can retract this, set it down, and I can just continue with making additional brackets for everything to sit on for the awning, because it's only sitting, I only made 2 at the current moment in time, because those 2 were just the ones that like the solar mount rests on. I haven't fabricated the rest of them that most of the awning's actually going to attach to.
How many more do you have to do?
2 more, but it's pretty simple to make.
Well, yeah, now that you have your template,
Mm-hmm.
it'll go much more quickly. They're so cute. Everything's their playground. Why are you guys so cute? Do you get that from your mama?
Yeah.
No, Kim?
Yes, Mama.
I don't think that was supposed to happen. Hello.
Time.
All right, I'll be right there.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
This is pretty neat. Can you imagine if we had had this on the cargo trailer when we were living in it?
The whole time.
That would have been awesome. Plus solar panels.
It would have made the living conditions a little bit easier. A few things I wanted to point out with this this awning. The reason why I selected this, mind you, I paid full price for this, so the reason why I selected this one was a few things, because of one, the footprint, just how large, and it's a 270-degree awning, so it wraps around not only the entire side of the cargo trailer, but also around the back and covers the doors. But also it's freestanding, so since this is a mobile workshop, I'd like to not use the legs whenever possible. That way I'm not hitting it with lumber or anything long, or running into it, not paying attention. But if I do, like the winds are crazy, you got 30+ mph winds, I do have the legs to help stabilize and also stakes to hold it all down. On top of all that is every arm has LED lights, so I'll be able to work at night. Every little arm has a light, and with it being a large footprint and being a canvas, you could get potential water sitting on top. So there's these little feet that prop up and help shed water. Not that that really sold me on it, but it's a cool little feature. Other than that, it's just the canvas it's actually made out of, so it can be folded up wet, and with its little covering, it's totally fine to be folded up wet, and it's going to shade me from the sun because I got fair skin and I try to protect that.
Yeah,
that's why you always see me wearing long sleeves and whatnot. So I said whatnot. Damn it.
What? Oh, did you see? A lot of people are commenting that you say
Yeah.
whatnot a lot.
Yeah.
You do, but it's your thing and whatnot, so, you know. I say a lot of things too, a lot.
That you don't realize you
Literally.
say until someone points it out and you're like, damn it, I do say that a lot.
Until you have thousands of people watching and critiquing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My whole thing with this mobile workshop is I want the setup to be as quick as possible. So that's one beautiful thing about this is it setup's really quick.
Yeah, you know, just in case like ish hits the fan,
You gotta get the hell out of
we
it.
gotta take this thing and go so we can build at a moment's notice. I just cannot believe how difficult it was to get up there, and now we have to take it down and then put it back up.
Yeah. Just holding that up and then having you, well, this time you'll have the impact to zap off the nuts versus having to thread them on. And takedown's going to be quick, but put back up is going to be the same process, but worse because there's more bolts.
Okay.
So I have to take this down because the brackets that I made are not fully welded, so they're only tacked in places. So I got to fully weld them and also prime and paint them.
All right, wait, I think we should do something right now. Let's pretend that it's just hit the fan. Okay. Get it up, go. Spencer, we would be so screwed. I'd be the one panicking. What do I do?
Just
Pretend
like
zombies are coming.
Maybe if zombies are coming, we're ditching the rig.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question for you. If zombies are coming, we're ditching the rig? No. We spent too much time building this thing. Listen, if zombies were coming, would you sacrifice yourself so that I could live? Why are you hesitating?
So is this like 28 days later?
Yes.
Or no, months? 28 months later?
No, Jay.
Weeks. 28 weeks later.
If one was coming, would you sacrifice yourself?
I would try to fight them off, yes. But
It's a yes or no question, Spencer.
I would give you a head start, yes.
It's in a race. I guess it kind of is. I would sacrifice myself because
Oh my God.
because no,
It
seriously
is
though,
hypothetical.
the kids would be better off with you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would definitely sacrifice myself so that you
Oh
could
my God.
continue on for our children. No, but you know what I would do then?
What?
When I would become a zombie,
You come after me.
I would come for you first.
I don't think you would be conscious of who you're going after.
I know your scent. Alright, good? Now we take it down?
Yeah.
Pretty sure you're not supposed to stand on this part.
Yeah,
Whoa!
yeah, that's why you want to stand.
Baby,
At your item, not to the side.
baby, you act like I'm a professional. I'm taking down an awning with zero experience. That'd be the title of this video.
What do I do with my hands? So now that my brackets are all painted and done, I'm just going to give them an extra day to dry just so I know the enamel is really hardened on there. So that means I can't really do anything else with the solar mount because that's the next step is install the solar panels. So in the meantime, I'm going to shift my focus inside. I've already gone ahead and installed the floor, and as far as that goes, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do as far as covering it up because I'm not a real fan of just the pressure treated plywood look, whether I'm going to stain it, paint it, or cover it up. But the other thing I need to do before I can do anything else inside is paint the ceiling. And with that, it's just because I want a uniform color, and since I don't want to cover up the roof and eat up any more headspace, I just want to go ahead and paint it all a bright white so I have as much light reflection and it just seems as bright as possible in there.
Scoochie.
Smoochy?
Okay, so I have a quick question for you because you mentioned headroom. All right, so I have a quick question for you since you mentioned headroom. Obviously, all right, let's try this again. So since you mentioned headspace, obviously you can't walk in here. You didn't raise the roof because you're not cool like that. No.
Oh my god.
You didn't raise the roof because it would have just, you would have been rebuilding everything.
Yeah.
All new paneling, everything. So anyway, what is your plan? Like, how are you going to access everything? You just gonna walk like a troll?
I'm gonna crawl around everywhere. Yeah, just going in and out, it's duck your head. I'm probably gonna have like bright stickers on the doorways, like watch a noggin.
Dumb.
I can only imagine how many times I'm going to hit my head. So that, and then also I'm going to probably, if I'm like working in here, like on, because I'll have workbenches and whatnot, I'll probably have some sort of stool that I can scoot around.
Like in a doctor's office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me Dr. Spence.
Ew. What?
Come in for your checkup.
So the brackets are up, the painting is done, which, do you want to tell people what happened?
Oh, the incident.
I was actually inside the house and I had the windows open because it was so beautiful yesterday and I was cooking dinner. And all of a sudden I just hear yelling.
Yeah, and I could tell in your voice the first time you're like, what?
Because I was just outside, so yeah, I was slightly annoyed because I was running behind on making dinner.
I'm like yelling for her.
Well, then the kids started yelling, "Daddy needs you," and I'm like, oh.
So I was cleaning the spray gun and it was all plugged in because I was trying to clear the lines and didn't put the safety on, and it was on the purge setting of the gun because there's the spray and then there's also, you can flip the nozzle around and purge, so if you get any clogs or anything it can help clear the line. And so I had it on that setting and I'm like trying to spray the gun and I bumped the trigger. As I'm like looking at it, sprays me right in the face, right in the eye. It was just immediately pain, and I'm like, crap, now I have an eye full of paint, or both eyes were full of paint, and I was also had paint all over me.
Yeah, I run outside and just see his whole face covered in the white paint, and you opened your eyes and it was just terrifying because I couldn't hardly see your iris or your pupil or anything. It was just all white. So that was pretty scary.
Yeah.
But you got it all out and you're okay.
Yeah, thankfully I've already had purged the lines a few times, so it was...
There's no clog?
Yeah. The paint was diluted with water, but still not a fun experience being blasted in the face, or blasted directly in the eye. My eye was very pissed after that.
Yeah, so he runs inside, he's flushing his eyes out with the sink water, which now thinking about it, it kind of reminds me of Andy in his acting.
Oh, when he asked to...
I'm like, open your eye. And he's like, literally not opening it at all. Once I realized he was okay and he could see, I'm like, why in the hell were you looking into the nozzle
I have the gun in my hand to spray the end nozzle with the water hose, and that's the reason why I was looking at it. And
Bet you won't do that again.
no, you'll do it.
No, no. Yeah, that is something that would literally never happen to me. I am way too cautious for that kind of stuff.
Until it happens. You want to tell them about the time you got sprayed in the eye by a bidet?
What? That wasn't me, that was you too.
Oh, that was so funny.
We were on our honeymoon in Hawaii and we had never used a bidet before. And we're like, is this how you flush? And Spencer goes up. I'm like standing probably 8 feet back. And he goes, he's like, I think this is it. And he goes and presses it and the bidet shoots in the eye somehow.
It's a water fountain out of the toilet into her eye.
The amount of pressure on that thing seemed excessive. Yeah, so technically that was you too. You're the one that always has these issues. You're really good at unclogging pipes. So are we ready to get the solar panels up?
We are.
Is that it?
What else am I supposed to say?
Hit my lines.
My lines were 2 words.
There are no lines, there's no script.
I know.
I know, I'm saying that for anybody watching. I don't think that there's a script. We would be horrible actors.
I think you'd be an okay actor. I would be a terrible actor.
You'd be like the person in the background just walking by.
Even that I would
Trip.
somehow mess up. Why does that guy look like a robot?
I'm talking to the camera and I don't know what to say. And there's just a pedestrian behind me. Act natural. Ooh.
Ooh, that was a shin. Yeah, baby, I'm fine.
Isn't Daddy strong? I think so too. Yeah, and something pretty cool is you may remember when we originally upgraded our solar panels years and years ago, these are some of those panels. So we held on to them and are now getting to reuse them.
We've reused 2 of them for the aerator.
You're always so literal and
Fact-checking.
technical. I know. We're using 6 more.
Yeah, and we still have, well, I mean, yeah.
Oh my god. How many more do we have left, Spencer?
Well,
Tell the people, they want to know.
12 minus 8, so there's 4 left.
If you want to know, there's still 4 left. You're such a turd. Why do you have to fact check me? You're like Twitter. Whoa.
Community notes.
Yes. What are you doing? I think we might need to send up the drone.
That's a shaky drone.
This drone's also holding the baby.
Here.
Oh my god, my arm's really about to give out. I mean, the drone's about to die. Ding, 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 ding. I can't hear you. Is that your guys' pirate ship? Won't it be so nice when you don't need a CRV to power your actuators?
Yeah, it will be.
Well, wish me luck, y'all, because now that solar panels are up, we are ready to get the awning back up. And last time, whenever we just had rigged the awning up just to see what it all looked like, I only did, what, 3 3 bolts and nuts, where this time there are 12, and I also have to add washers. So Spencer has to hold this thing up there while I do this as quickly as possible. I'm not gonna do all 12, it's just, he'll like finish it once it's up there, but I have to get it rigged up.
You have to slide all the bolts into the holes and...
Yeah, it's a lot to try to line up, where last time we only did the 3 bolts.
Yeah.
We're gonna be testing out your strength here, darling. That's pretty wobbly.
Me?
All right, let's see how this goes. Putting the legs down just helps stabilize it with the wind.
Yeah, not put so much downward force on the overhang. There's also stakes,
Like
ropes and stakes, but
ding, 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 ding. Man, I am so glad you thought to build this right before the world ended.
yeah, me too.
Well, let's open her up, see what we're working with.
We never finished the inside.
Man, if you were at a gas station with this thing, I'd be like, yo, I like your rig. Look at that door, please.
Too busy staring at the butt.
You're so stupid, and you're a liar.
Mine.
You guys like shadow puppets? Turkey.
43 pounds or so.
Oh, I curl that every day. 43 pounders.
High five on surviving.
I am so glad you thought to build this thing right before the world ended.
That was a pretty good idea.
Oh God.
I don't know. I'm like, how am I respond to that?
We literally didn't talk about what to say at all. Okay, I'll say like, I'm so glad you thought to build this thing right before the world ended. And you're like, yeah. Yeah, me too. And then, man, this doesn't look. I should live in the desert. Okay. Seriously though, what is this? What are these for? What am I doing
in
here?
case you get in a sword fight.
I do look like Xena Princess Warrior a little bit. Let's open her up.
Open her up.
Well, Let's open her up, see what we're working with. Okay.
These lines on the fly.
I'm literally writing this as we go in my noggin.
There's a bug crawling on me.
What the hell else it's gonna be? The Hills of Eyes creature? What? Okay. How do we end it? Just I never finished inside and then
Just like that.